Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about Morgan 4.4. If you're wondering what 4.4 mean, this is Morgan's first 4-cylinder 4-wheeler car. Most of the Morgan cars are 2 seats only, but here we have this very beautifully made 4-seater Morgan 4.4. The story of Morgan is very interesting. It's one of the oldest car maker in the world, still existing today. Was founded in 1909. The first car was 3-wheeler Morgan, and we need to say that this car is one of the kind to keep the tradition of the design from more than 100 years. Not only they keep the design the same, but they make as well the same conception 3-wheeler car today, even with electric engine. The technology is new, but with the same tradition from over 100 years. Morgan is a British car, but was exported to many countries as well, because not only the British people love the traditions. There are many people around the world who want to have something unique, something special, with this, let's say, historical design. All Morgan cars are convertibles except some models and racing modifications, and the 4.4 model actually is the same. Morgan 4.4 has been produced since 1936. We said early, the first 4-cylinder, 4-wheels Morgan car. Very early 4-cylinder engines were 1.1 liter Coventry Climax, but then they switched to Ford 1.8, later 1.6 liters engines, or even Fiat 1.6 twin-cam engine. This particular car in front of us was made in November 1982, but first registered in February 1983. So today is over 40 years old. It's from the Morgan's 4.4 1600 series, which been in production from 1968 to 1993. For this 25 years production time, Morgan built 5,448 cars from the 1600 series. Was available as well as a 2-seats car, but this is 4 seats. There were different options for the engines, but all 1600. 70 horsepower or 96 horsepower from Ford, and then the twin-cam Fiat 1584cc, which was 99 horsepower, but they built only 99 of them with this Fiat engine. Then in 1982 was introduced Morgan 4.4 with Ford CVH, the new Ford CVH 1597cc and 4-speed gearbox. 2 years later they changed the gearbox to 5-speed, again Ford unit. This engine was the same like in the Ford Escort XR3i, producing just over 100 horsepower, and was in production till 1991. With this Ford CVH 1600 engine, Morgan built just 1,652 cars till 1991. In 1991 was replaced by the newly developed again Ford 1600 but EFI with the electronic fuel injection, the same power but more efficient and economical. This engine was used till 1993, and just 187 Morgans with this Ford EFI 1600 engines were built. Now we gave more attention to this time, 1980s, because this particular car is from that time. Was first registered in 1st of February 1983. This is chassis number 6222, and is one of the first car Morgan 4.4 to be fitted with the Ford CVH engine, mated to a 4-speed Ford Cortina gearbox. We said early in 1984 Morgan changed the standard specification to a 5-speed Capri or Sierra gearbox. This car has only 2 owners from new. It's very interesting. On that time, 1970s and 1980s, if you want to buy Morgan, you need to wait. So the original owner placed the order in 1976. This is a prime example of Morgan's legendary waiting list in those days. was supplied new by Phoenix Motors, one of the Morgan dealers near Exeter, in 1983. So the original owner waited almost 7 years for this car. The car actually came with the Ross-style wheels. Morgan obtained these as an emergency supply from Volkswagen after Dunlop stopped manufacturing steel wheel rims, which had been standard specification on 4.4 for many years. The wire wheels being optional extra, so if you want to have wire wheels, you have to pay some extra money. The chassis was galvanized from new, which is probably why it has survived to this day, and was fitted with aluminium wings and panels instead of then standard steel I-teams. But being a pre-1986 model, the wooden frame was not treated with wood preservative at the factory, and in 2008 was replaced with new one. The original owner also spec'd the Volkswagen metallic silver body color, but in 2008 was resprayed as well. Then, in 1997, the car was shipped to Switzerland, where the son of the owner was using it up to 2001, so the car been in Switzerland for 4 years. Now the new chapter. The current owner bought the car in 2001. The car was absolutely original, with all MOT certificates, full service history, all the invoices, the receipts, all the paperwork you can imagine. The car still today remains absolutely original, except we said the new wooden frame and the new paint, but the same spec and colors. There is some interesting part of the information on the bottom of the list. The owner said, "Money means that while she's in my ownership, she will always be about preservation rather than full restoration project." And that's what it's all about, the pleasure of ownership. Now, let's talk some numbers. The invoice from January 1983 to one Morgan 4.4 1600 4-seater finished in silver, the chassis number 6222. The price for standard car was 6,400 British pounds without taxes and extras. But the first owner chose something special. So, special color, which cost 35 pounds, black leather interior, 300 pounds, aluminium body and wings, 175 pounds, tow bar, 25 pounds, spare wheel cover, just 10 pounds, a tonneau cover, 40 pounds, luggage carrier, 60 pounds, spotlights, 25 pounds, reversing lights, 22 pounds 50, locking petrol cap, just 3 pounds, door handles, 20 pounds, bonnet strap, 12.50, and rust proofing, 65 pounds. So in total, the new owner spent 793 pounds only on extras. But let's go one by one to see 40 years ago how much actually was, and or actually what was about. So for the special color, the metallic silver, the Volkswagen metallic silver color, the owner paid just 35 pounds. And imagine today, if you want to order the car with some special color, you have to pay a lot of money. But 40 years ago, just 35 pounds for the special color. The black leather interior actually is the most expensive part of the car. The owner paid 300 pounds extra on top of the price just for the black leather interior. And now, very interesting is this price, 175 pounds for the aluminium body and wings. So the standard car, the standard Morgan, it came with steel body and wings, but if you want aluminium, you have to pay just 175 pounds. Imagine how cheap was that 40 years ago. The tow bar, 25 pounds, the spare wheel cover, just 10 pounds. And the luggage carrier, 60 pounds. Imagine how cheap it was from that time. to spec the car, and all this stuff on the end, 793 pounds in total for the extras. So the car tax, after that we come into the car tax, which was 600 pounds, exactly 600 pounds for the car tax. So in total, the car, after the car tax, the price is coming 7,792 pounds. And then you have delivery from works, 75 pounds, and the number plates, 20 pounds. So this is 95 pounds plus, and the price is going near 7,900 pounds. And then we have the 15% VAT, which is near 1,200 pounds, and the road tax 80 pounds. This road tax 80 pounds, it seems too much for 1980. Today for my daily car Fiat 1.2 I pay just 30 pounds road tax, but 40 years ago for Morgan 1.6, 80 pounds really seems too much. Anyway, on the end the price is 9,150 pounds. So guys, 40 years ago Morgan 4.4 with price tag 9,150 British pounds. So this is one of the coolest actually British car, and Britain really needs to be proud with this car. Still existing today and still make the same conception car. They keep the tradition, even how they make the cars. Nowadays they make approximately 850 cars per year, which is not much, but all they are hand assembled and very, very desirable actually. Very cool car. And here you can see the information, some of the information actually on that paper, and as well next to this paper is the invoices, part of the invoice, this how the new owner bought the car actually, how much cost, everything, all the extras, and on the end 9,150 British pounds. So this is the 4-seater Morgan 4.4, which is really very cool. And from every angle really the car looks just fantastic with this luggage rack on the back. Is just phenomenal. You can see lots of lights on the back, but how we say the owner actually pay for these lights, for the spotlights, for the reversing lights. So the car is really, really very beautiful. The steel wheels from Volkswagen, they looks really very cool. The handles, door handles. So you imagine now why he paid for the door handles, because probably the original cars, the standard cars, they come in without door handles. I hope you like the video about this Morgan 4.4. If you like, please subscribe my channel, and see you next time guys. Bye.